All right, guys. So it appears that Kamala Harris is actually getting in trouble in terms of her favorable rating. Now, do recall Kamala Harris flopped so bad from the presidential election. She did not garner a single vote in the primary because she was doing so poorly. She dropped out before the primary even started. That's right. Before the first election was held, she dropped out because she went from like 15%, tanked all the way down to, I believe she was under Andrew Yang at one point, like 3.8 or something like that. So she was doing horribly. So clearly people did not connect with Kamala Harris. She doesn't have any charisma, and she actually puts a lot of people off. I would say similar to Hillary Clinton. There's a lot of zombie-like personality. The very bizarre laugh that she does is very off-putting and very it's very, dismissive. It's a very dismissive laugh that she does. And she has this way of just like coming off as a pompous douchebag, like all the time. So, Kamala Harris flipped all of her positions. She laughed at in 2014. This isn't like 2006. This is 2014. She laughed at her Republican opponent supporting legal recreational marijuana. So think about that. Your Republican opponent is supporting legalizing weed, and you're laughing at that. She made fun of the idea of more schools, less prisons. She supported, jailing parents for them having truant kids. None of that's not a solution to the problem. So she is terrible, man. She is terrible. Horrible past. And here's what it says. Harris underwater with 47% unfavorable rating in new poll. More registered voters view Vice President Harris unfavorably than like her, according to a Morning Consult-Politico poll released Wednesday. 47% of registered voters polled had an unfavorable view of Harris, compared to 45% who had a favorable view. The survey of 2,000 registered voters, that's a good sample size, conducted between July 16th and 18th, found. The same poll found 52% of respondents holding a favorable view of President Biden, with 45% holding an unfavorable view. Harris's popularity has decreased from the June Morning Consult-Politico poll that showed her breaking even at 46% favorable to 46% unfavorable. She faced intense criticism over her trip late last month to the southern border, where she opted not to go to the Rio Grande Valley or another area facing the brunt of the migration crisis. Here's an interesting one. This is bizarre. It says, overall, the vice president is more liked among men than women. It says 48% of men surveyed said they had a favorable view of Harris, compared to 47% who had an unfavorable view. That's kind of bizarre, right? It says only 43% of women polled viewed Harris favorably, compared to 47% with an unfavorable view. So, what that tells you... what does that say? I guess it's women dislike Kamala Harris more than men do? That's definitely very shocking. It says the lowest favorability for Harris comes from Republican women, is what it says. So this is what you got going on here. Her numbers are going down because she's not somebody who people are a fan of. I don't think she has what it takes. And to be quite frank with you, if she were to become the next part of that human centipede that started off with Bill Clinton, that then went to Obama, and then, actually went to Hillary, then it went to Obama, then it went to Biden. Because remember, Biden was, in the 2008 election, he did horribly. I think he got 4% in Iowa or something, maybe even worse. He was bad. So he wasn't doing anything either until he got attached to the human centipede of the Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Obama train. I don't even think Obama was winning the African-American vote until Oprah in 2008. So, the human centipede is a real thing. So she's the new attachment to that. She's the new offshoot, right? If she is the offshoot in 2024, will she be able to win against a Democratic opponent or a Republican opponent? I definitely don't think she'll win against a Republican opponent. Whether or not she'll go down against a Democratic opponent, I don't know. I think it would be tough for her to go down against a Republican opponent. But she just doesn't have the chops. Like, Obama had a lot of charisma. He was very charismatic. He had a lot of swag to him. He was very likable in that way. Kamala Harris doesn't have any of that. She's actually, not only does she have none of that, she's actually very off-putting. And the way that she acts normally is very off-putting and dismissive and douchebaggy. So it's very negative for Kamala Harris. So I don't know if she has the chops to really be able to succeed in that position that she's in.